Next point. Train, train, train. You know, if you look at an operating room can't have flow. It can't have things moving quickly unless everybody knows what's going on. So salespeople and managers, you can't train too much, but please make sure you're training what works today by people that do it today. Don't train what used to work from people that used to do it, because you might be mastering something that no longer works, which is more dangerous to you than actually maybe not training at all, because now you're learning habits, and we know habits are hard to change. We just talked about that. So train, train, train. That's going to give you more flow, as I call it. It's going to reduce your transaction time because you know what you're doing. You're competent.
I love what you're saying here, because it's something I believe so deeply in. There's so many people, especially in this digital age with social media, that are willing to give you of all of their advice, but they're a bunch of posers. And they're a bunch of people who, you know, sorry, but social media gave a microphone to a bunch of morons. And they see it and they pick it up and they give you your advice. But I love what you're saying, which is something I believe in so deeply, which I you know, has worked wonders in my own personal development, is that you need to get your advice from somebody who has achieved what you are, you know, aiming for by doing the things that they're teaching you. Like, hey, do you do that? Oh no, well, I wouldn't do that. It never worked for me. But like, well, then why are you telling me what to do? So I love what you're saying, right? The relevancy of who is giving you the advice or where you're getting your information from. There's so many, and this isn't meant to sound negative, but there's so many Grant Cardone parrots out there. Who were probably selling 6 to 8 cars a month. Maybe they sold 30 cars like once in their career, and the next thing you know, they're a trainer. And they're just parroting the things that he said, and they don't actually know for a certainty whether or not it works.
There's another American trainer. What's his name? Jay. It starts with a J. Anyways, I don't want to get into that. But it's not just did they do it? Do they do it now? I know Grant. I know the other gentleman. I'm trying to place his name. You have to be, because we're talking about change. Things change so rapidly. I'm telling you, what worked for it 5 years ago, 10 years ago, they got to be in the trenches occasionally to see what's going on. So to me, Joe Girard talks about ATNAs, all talk and no action, but it's all talk and no action today because things change so much. He doesn't do automotive car sales seminars anymore because he knows it's changed so much since he sold in the 60s or 70s. So got to stay current. And the only way to current is he's old, brilliant, very driven, a little crazy, because he's so driven. But the business has changed so much since his time. His psychology is great, but a lot of his processes today, unfortunately, wouldn't work. But he would adapt. I would tell you, if he was selling cars today, even him at his age, he would adapt.
Sure.